We're talking about Barbarians in Baldur's Gate 3. Let's go. Welcome. We're talking about Barbarian class. The strong embrace the wild that hides inside the keen instincts, primal physicality, and most of all, an unbridled, unquenchable rage. All right, so start with the maximum hit points of 14 in our class features. Saving throw proficiency, constitution, light armor, medium, shield, simple weapon, and martial proficiencies. We also gain the rage. Rage ends early if you haven't attacked a creature or taken damage since your last turn. You can only cast or concentrate on spells while raging. This is where you die. And unarmored defense of all the different origins here, and it looks like Outlander's probably the best. Gives you the athletics proficiency and the survival proficiency. What we're looking for, if you look over here on the left-hand side, you'll see that strength is our number 1 for the Barbarian. I would think number 2 would be dexterity or constitution, and potentially wisdom being the 3rd, or charisma, depending on how you want to play them for your saving throws and everything else. So let's just zip through the races real quick. The elf would be, I think, an above average because they're going to gain the +2 dexterity. High elves get +1 intelligence. Wood elves get +1 wisdom. So they would be above average. The tieflings, I think, would be very average. Middle of the road here. They don't really have any strength additions or dexterity or constitution additions based on their race. The Drow do get +2 dexterity, so they would be an above average barbarian because they do have that dexterity, which will help them out. Humans are an overall +1, so they're going to be above average, maybe even a little better, but Githyanki, they have that +2 strength, which is really going to help them. Plus, they get a cantrip. They would make a good barbarian. The dwarf, it's not so much the gold dwarf because it's +1 wisdom, but the shield dwarf gets that +2 strength, +2 constitution. That would really help the barbarian. Half elf is much like the human and the elf. We can adjust their racial feature ability improvements down here, and we can add, 1 into strength, maybe 1 into constitution, or dexterity, vice versa, depending on how you want to work that. And they automatically get a +2 charisma, whether you're a high half elf or a wood half elf. You get the dark vision and you get the base racial speed. Halfling, they have a +2 dexterity, so very average. Strong-hearted halfling would probably be a little better. It's got a constitution of +1, so they're going to be a little better than the lightfoot halfling, which gets the +1 charisma. Gnome, +2 intelligence, +1 dexterity. Both of these are the same. And the gnome is more of a spellcaster type. Gonna add that cool little tattoo under the eye. Let's jump back up here to the hair real quick. I think that's the one we're gonna go with right there. I like it. All right, so let's talk about the skills and what we're going to take here. Athletics, inherited from the background, and survival. So I think we're going to get rid of animal handling and go down to perception, which is a wisdom skill, and intimidation. Yeah, those are the 2 we're going to use. Our abilities, of course, like we said, strength is number 1. 15 being the base stat here, so we're not going to be able to push it much higher than the 16. You're not going to be able to push it at all as a starting character past 16. Constitution is 15, which is the starting character max. 12 and 12 in wisdom and charisma. Don't think we need much in the way of intelligence. And dexterity, we got to keep that where it is at. So let's go forward. So Barbarian, level 1 to level 2. We gained some hit points, went from 14 to 23. And danger sense. Reckless attack. Throw all caution to the wind. Gain advantage on your attack roll. That's all she has, really, on that one. So it's level 2 to level 3 for a Barbarian. Maximum hit points up to level 32. Wow. Nice. Additional rage charge. We can become a Berserker. Subclass features are Frenzy And you grab Frenzy Strike and Enraged Throw. Or a Wildheart is the other subclass. Speak with animals. Verbally communicate with beasts. Where would that come in handy? Choose your bestial heart. You can change your heart whenever you level up. Bear heart. While raging, use your unrelenting ferocity and have resistance to all damage except physical. While raging, use defensive skills. Foes have disadvantages and opportunity attacks against you and can use dash as a bonus action. Elkhart, while raging, you can use your primal stampede and your movement speed increase by 4.5 meters. Tigerheart, while raging, you can use your tiger's bloodlust and your jump distance increase. Wolfheart, while raging, you can use your incite howl and your allies have advantages on melee attack rolls against enemies within 2 of your appearance. This is eagle. This is bear. We can have none. This is wolf. Tiger. Oh, little gems. That's pretty cool. And then elk. Actions. Rage. Bear heart. Enter the rage through your blah, blah, blah. Unrelenting ferocity. Wow, look at that. You get a heal as well. Eagle, you get the divine strike. Leap down onto your foe below you, knocking them prone. That's the primal stampede. Tiger's bloodlust and incite howl. At Barbarian level 3 to level 4, our hit points are up to 41 now. Acquired a new feat. We got some ability improvements. We just put 1 into strength and I think 1 into constitution. You can check the different feats, whether you want an athlete, duelist, any one of these you want right here. But we're going to go with adding points to our abilities. What do you think of Barbarians in Baldur's Gate 3? Let me know in the comments section down below. Have a wonderful day.